Ever wondered what it looks like when every automaker in China pulls out all the stops on self-driving tech? With Tesla's FSD finally cleared for China, the competition has exploded, and today we're counting down the 10 fiercest contenders. Where will FSD land on our list? Stick around and find out. Sliding in at number 10 is the Xiaomi SU7. Powered by its homegrown Xiaomi Pilot system that marries pure vision AI with LiDAR, all fueled by NVIDIA Drive Orin's beastly 508 TOPS of compute and 5 radar units, 1 camera and a LiDAR. Hit the highway and it's scary good. Just 0.4 driver interventions per 100 kilometers, 3 rescues, over a 7-hour gridlock test, and a 0.3 second follow-up reflex that feels like you're on a racetrack. Nighttime obstacle detection tops 98%, and it breezes on-ramp/off-ramp maneuvers in about 8 seconds while auto-tuning your speed on the fly. Park your car without touching the wheel? Think valet mode on steroids, summoning your SU7 from up to 2 kilometers away and slipping into multi-story garages like it's nothing. Complex spots still stump it roughly 60% of the time, and early software glitches did cause a few fender benders. City streets expose more flaws. Tight curves under 50m radius trigger lane departure alerts. Missing HD maps at some junctions hike lane change failures to 27%, and it's even been known to mistake a left turn red for a straight-on stop. When a pedestrian leaps out, though, Xiaomi's fully in-house algorithms and sensor fusion deliver lightning-fast emergency braking in just 0.1 seconds. Bottom line, if your daily grind is highway miles, buckle up for a thrill. But in intricate downtown mazes, keep your hands on the wheel and stay ready to take over. Sliding into our number 9 spot is the Avita07. Packing Huawei's Chengquan ADS 3.0 brain. At its heart sits a 192-line LiDAR teamed up with 2 8MP cameras, 3mm wave radars, and a dozen ultrasonic sensors, all firing off decisions in just 200 milliseconds. On the open road it's as steady as they come. Under 0.5 driver takeovers per 100 kilometers, full self-driving lane changes and overtakes, even obstacle dodge in construction zones, and it doesn't blink in a downpour. City life? It spots pedestrians and e-bikes with confidence and powers through intersections, but those tight 50m radius turns can still set off lane departure warnings, and about 15% of complex junction lane changes hit a snag. Parking is where Avita07 really shines. Step out and watch it plan a 2 kilometers route to a valet-style park or slip into a multi-story garage, all done at an 80% success rate in tight spots. Early software hiccups did cause a few dings, but Huawei's been tuning its wet road adaptive braking and reverse two-wheeler prediction, and even added split-screen traffic maps and 3D road view displays for that next-level user experience. Number 8 spot is the Neo ES6. Under the hood you've got 4 NVIDIA Drive Orin X chips, together cranking out a jaw-dropping 1016 TOPS, plus a roof-mounted LiDAR and 11 high-definition cameras, so every inch of road is on its radar. Think of it as that friend who's bold enough on the straightaways but won't push it too far on the twisty bits. City driving is where Aquila really shows off its chops. Traffic lights are spotted and responded to in a flash, and it can politely pass slow-moving cars when there's room. Complex intersections and tight bends under a 50-meter radius can still trip up the system now and then, so stay alert. Neo's got you covered with multi-spot search and a top-rated assist that nail 2- and 3-dimensional garages. Plus, the in-car experience feels futuristic. Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8295 chip powers everything from seat adjustments to drive mode swaps, all via Nomi, the voice assistant that's 30% snappier than before. Sliding into our number 7 spot is the Li Auto Mega, packing 2 modes that cover everything from stoplights to superhighways. Pull the stalk once and you're in LCC mode, lane-centering cruise that follows traffic, hugs the road, and even obeys lights. Flick it down twice and NOA kicks in, unleashing full-scene navigation, automatic overtakes, highway-to-city transitions, and lane changes along your mapped route. On the freeway it's rock solid. Real-world tests show over 90% of a long drive handled by the system, thanks to end-to-end plus VLM tech that smooths out every acceleration and brake without that jolt in your back. Rainstorm? No sweat. Mega keeps its cool and stays functional even when the skies open up. City streets are more of a mixed bag. NOA nails traffic light recognition and will politely pass slowpokes, but if the car ahead stops or you hit a construction zone, it won't leap over. You'll need to tap the signal and take the lead. Lane change decisions can feel tentative too, often waiting for you to flick that blinker before it commits. Twist through a chaotic intersection and you might find yourself taking the wheel more often than you'd like. Charging is another feather in its cap. Paired with 5C ultra-fast charging, the Mega lives up to its launch day claims. Top up to highway range in a blink, making your charge drive loop almost effortless. Coming in at number 6, the Tesla Model Y. The 2024 Model Y now features Tesla's HW 4.0 Autopilot hardware, boasting 7 5-megapixel cameras, 12 ultrasonic sensors, and a dual front-facing camera system with a detection range of up to 424 meters. On highways, it offers active cruise control, lane centering, and automatic lane changes. It can smoothly navigate on ramps and off-ramps, handle curves, and overtake other vehicles, maintaining lateral control precision up to 0.25 G. In city conditions, the system recognizes traffic lights and supports adaptive cruise control and low-speed obstacle avoidance. However, complex intersections may still require manual intervention, and unclear road markings can lead to misjudgments. The Model Y supports automatic parking and smart summon, though it struggles with multi-level parking structures and relies on clear parking lines. Inside, a 15-inch touchscreen controls functions like air conditioning and navigation, with voice commands available, but accuracy drops in noisy environments, and smartphone integration is currently unavailable. Safety-wise, the Model Y maintains longer following distances and offers emergency lane departure avoidance. Forward collision warnings are prompt, but in extreme weather like heavy snow or fog, the system may deactivate. Overall, the Model Y's intelligent driving system excels in highway commuting and basic assistance scenarios, making it ideal for users seeking mature technology. However, complex urban environments and extreme conditions still require driver supervision. But here's the kicker. Early adopters who paid $6,400 for full self-driving years ago are now left behind, as the feature is only available on newer models with the HW 4.0 chip. Tesla's move has left many loyal customers feeling betrayed. Landing in 5th place is the IM Motors LS6, which throws down a serious hardware gauntlet by equipping every model with LiDAR and NVIDIA's Orin X chip. Thanks to an end-to-end 2.0 big brain AI model co-developed with Momenta, it masters highway scenarios like automatic lane change overtakes, ramp merges, and even toll booth passes on its own. When traffic thins out, it almost feels like full self-driving, but tricky weaving ramps still need a human touch. In terms of curb-to-curb parking, the LS6 covers over 300 scenarios, from one-tap curb parking to track-based get-me-out-of-here rescue, and its tight space recognition rate tops the industry average. On city streets, its traffic light detection is razor-sharp, but its lane change predictions lean conservative. It only dials back speed after the move is done, and the turn signal logic can feel a bit slow on the uptake. User feedback praises its blind spot monitoring in heavy rain as rock solid, with acceleration and braking smoother than most rivals. However, it tiptoes around construction zones and still struggles to nail complex intersection lane changes. It even ships with a rainy night mode to boost safety in low visibility conditions, but we're still waiting to see how it holds up in extreme weather like dense fog. All told, the LS6 packs a killer hardware value and shines on the highway, yet its urban driving edge and extreme weather grit are still works in progress. Sliding into 4th place is the Zeekr 001 FR, and honestly, it flexes some serious hardware muscle, rocking dual Orin X chips for a whopping 508 TOPS of brainpower, plus a hybrid solid-state LiDAR setup. On the highway, its in-house Hauhan Smart Drive 2.0 system powers NZP Pilot Assist that nails auto lane change overtakes, smooth ETC toll runs, and even holds line through tight, high-curvature bends. Real-world tests show its 120 km/h lane centering is basically as steady as a pro driver. When it comes to parking, the 001 FR's APA system is a champ, recognizing vertical, horizontal, and diagonal spots, then squeezing in as fast as 23 seconds with tight space trackback rescue that's super slick. In the urban jungle, it adapts to construction zones and weirdly shaped obstacles with ease, and thanks to built-in satellite comms, it keeps you on track even when cell networks go dark. Bonus points for boosted sensor stability in heavy rain or freezing temps. But it's not all sunshine. Some city NZP features like complex intersection lane changes still need OTA fine-tuning, coverage in second-tier cities can be patchy, and we haven't seen full sensor fusion data for ice or fog yet. Plus, at nearly 2 meters wide, you'll need to mind your door mirror clearance in tight spots. Sliding into 3rd place is the BYD Qin L Smart Driving Edition, all about autonomy for all with its Tianshan IC Advanced Vision Trio and a whopping 29 sensors on board. On the freeway, it rocks HNOA, no-map highway navigation, letting you autopilot lane change overtakes and breeze through tight, high-curvature bends. Real-world tests show its lane centering and ramp efficiency are basically on par with a human driver. Parking's no sweat either. Vertical, side-by-side, and diagonal spots get recognized, and it can tuck you in within 23 seconds, then slide out of narrow slots like it's got a sixth sense. In the urban maze, enhanced LCC lane centering teams up with blind spot monitoring to dodge construction zones and oddball obstacles, though complex intersection lane changes still ask for a human hand. BYD's D-Pilot bundles over 30 safety assist features, from emergency braking to blind spot alerts, and shines in heavy rain and nighttime conditions. Of course, it's not perfect. Smart Drive coverage could be wider, and we're still waiting on the data for sensor fusion in ice or fog. Plus, city navigation and other high-end tricks will roll out via future OTA updates. Priced from $13,695, the Qin L Smart Driving Edition makes premium autonomy feel almost like a bargain. If you're a family seeking top-tier self-drive without breaking the bank, and don't mind OTA tune-ups, this one's a killer value. Sliding into the runner-up spot is the Xpeng X9, rocking the XNGP all-scenario driving suite powered by dual Orin X chips and LiDAR fusion, so it can navigate city streets with no map and handle highway NGP lane change overtakes like a pro, keeping lateral control on tight, high-curvature ramps within plus or minus 5 centimeters. When it's time to park, the X9 Smart Valet doesn't just stop at recognizing multiple spot types. It even remembers parking layouts across floors, boosting parking efficiency by 40%, and it can slip out of a tight slot in just 0.3 seconds. Thanks to innovative rear-wheel steering, this 5.3 m MPV turns on a dime, achieving the class's tightest 5.4 m turning radius, and its emergency lane change trajectory on the highway is optimized for a 25% smoother response. Inside, voice commands fire off faster than before, though the seat sync adjustment logic still needs some getting used to. Range-wise, it nails an 82.4% attainment rate, and its S4 Ultracharger packs back 60% juice in just 20 minutes. It's not perfect. Wind noise at 120 km/h can muddy voice interactions, extreme rain or fog fusion strategies aren't fully transparent yet, and some city stretches still ask for a human hand. All told, the X9 redefines the MPV game with full scenery auto drive and nimble handling, plus top-tier parking and charging chops. Ideal for tech-savvy families who don't mind OTA polish over time. Topping the charts is the Auto M9, powered by Huawei's ADS brain and a 27-sensor suite, LiDAR, millimeter wave radar, and high-def cameras, for true 360 degrees wall-free awareness and level 3 autonomy. On the freeway, it effortlessly threads the needle with human-like finesse. Auto lane changes, ramp merge predictions, and polite gap cutting all handled so smoothly you'd swear there's a chauffeur on standby. Its lateral control through tight, high-curvature bends hits plus or minus 5 centimeters accuracy every time. City driving? Its multimodal perception nails traffic lights, pedestrians, and weirdly shaped obstacles with millisecond-level emergency braking, so you can dart through downtown chaos with total confidence. Pulling into a tight spot is a breeze thanks to memory and remote valet modes, with parking trajectories kept within a 3 centimeters error margin, so even the narrowest slot feels roomy. Inside, the voice assistant now speaks your dialect and holds natural back-and-forth convos, intent accuracy up 30%, so you won't have to yell, "Hey car," across the cabin. On safety, it doubles down with a fortified body, 8 airbags and layered redundancies, active braking and blind spot monitoring, so you're cocooned from every angle. What really seals the deal? Its end-to-end LiDAR plus supercompute platform fully closes the loop from sensing to decision to action. Highway, city, and parking all flow seamlessly, and it nails 95% pass rates in extreme scenarios like construction zones or heavy fog, outperforming even the X9 in complex intersections and gap-cut comfort. No ride is perfect. Its real-world EV range lands at 200 kilometers instead of the quoted 225 kilometers, and some physical buttons could use a UI tune-up. All told, the Auto M9's top-shelf hardware, all-scenario autonomy, and fortress-level safety reset the bar for premium smart SUVs, earning its undisputed crown.